I
Dude,
don't
I went
remember
to
that song.
karaoke one time, and the dude and this
Sing that song?
and the dude. No, I didn't. I wish I could. There was a dude that sang that song though, and he killed it. Like
Yeah?
killed it. We were like, oh wow, this is awesome. And
Nice.
hey, this is awesome that we are live right now on YouTube,
Hi.
Big Trappy. I'm going to
What
pull up
up?
Instagram as well right now. We'll go live on there. Check
That's right. Well, we are
one.
live here on YouTube. We're doing our Sunday morning lineup show. So welcome in, everybody. If you got those questions burning a hole in your brain,
No, burning a hole in your
uh,
roster. Hit us up.
burning a hole in your
Justin
lineup.
Young, first one. What up, buddy? Way to go,
What's up,
Justin.
Justin?
How we doing, man?
Like and a thumbs up. That would be great.
What's SB? B, what's good? Wow, Travis, week 2, man. It is here. Week 2 is upon us.
Yeah.
We need a lot of
We've got
victories today. We need a lot of
we've got some interesting news piling in
Are you jumping
on
on
the
the
injuries.
Instagram? Did you catch me?
I thought you
Did you catch me
get you
outside?
outside.
Wait, are you live on
Want me to?
Yeah.
I was just gonna. Okay, I'll start it.
No, I started it. You just have to
Oh,
join me.
okay.
Uh,
I'm here.
it is Sunday morning, week 2, Travis. We are doing question live in and out questions, all of that good stuff. We're gonna get you set for your lineup. If you are new to our channel, welcome. Welcome in. Please consider subscribing, hit that bell, hit that notification so you get notified anytime when you go live, which is all the time during the week. We want to get you set to win your championship. That's our whole goal. Have fun, enjoy fantasy football as a community, like building up the community, Travis, having fun here. So if you like all of that, if you like any of that, hit that subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified whenever we put out new content. Travis, where do you want to start today? Where do you want to start? Saying good morning to all the Dylan. What's going on the Instagram stream?
Yeah,
Got
just
Matt
let
and
me
then
into that. Let me into that stream, dude.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even.
You gotta let me in.
We got a bunch of people. All right. Letting you in, letting you in here. All right, we got Justin Young, we got Kevin in here. Great show, fellas. Appreciate you, Kevin. SB, going forward, will you go with Rieger or Corey Davis for the rest of the season? Travis, I know we're trying to get in. I want to get your opinion on this because I have an opinion.
Well, if you got an opinion, dude, share it. Look, rest of season, I don't know if I can buy Corey Davis. I also don't know if I can buy the Titans wanting to throw as much as they did against Denver every night. And so I know AJ Brown's got the injury issue. He should be back in a couple weeks though at the max. I actually think Jalen Rager's worth a stash as they start to get him more involved and then have him running more routes. I mean, he led the team in air yards last week against Washington. You really like to see that, and his routes are just so far down the field that they're very, very profitable. So we enjoy that.
And imagine when Carson Wentz gets a little bit more time, or the running game is going a little bit more than what it was against Washington, and they could really bring up those safeties. That's where Rieger is really going to shine. And I think that they're going to have him more involved in the game plan. And I said this because I had a buddy who had texted me earlier this week that was like, "Are you on the Corey Davis bandwagon? Do you think this is his breakout year? The Devontae Parker 5th-year breakout, if you will." And I just said, well, we've seen big games from Corey Davis before in his career. This isn't anything new. Right. So I want to see it again today. Now, with A.J. Brown out again, he will have an opportunity to get a lot of work today. But season long, I would go Rieger. I think there's a lot more upside there.
I would agree with that. So Justin Young says David Johnson or David Montgomery in the flex at standard. I'm going David Montgomery, man. Or, I'm sorry, David Johnson.
Yeah.
I think David Johnson, the way they used him, I know Baltimore's not the greatest matchup, but the way that they're using David Johnson as the pure bell cow, Duke Johnson kind of limping into this week, I like that one.
I agree, and you could tell
Um,
watching the Chicago Bears, David Monty's not 100%. You could tell on his cuts he wasn't as aggressive with them. You could tell he was kind of being a little bit timid and tender, and that makes sense because it was like a 2 to 4 week projection, and he came back in 2. So I would definitely go with David Johnson.
we've got in the Dylan. Thanks for joining here in the Instagram chat. Thanks everybody for joining. If you're over here on YouTube, go ahead and hit us with a like if you're watching there. It really helps us out. Sub to the channel if not already. If you're in here on Instagram, go ahead and hit us with that heart. We've got Summy in here saying, "Hey, oh, Summy's part of the crew. Appreciate you, Summy." Dylan says, "What do y'all think about PPR Scotty Miller, Emmanuel Sanders? I've been leaning Scotty for the flex. Chris Godwin officially out, Johnny, but Michael Thomas also officially out. You liking Scotty Miller or Emmanuel Sanders in a full point PPR?"
I like both of these guys. I
Yeah, this
honestly
one's a
don't
tough
think
one. That's why I pitched it to you.
I don't I appreciate that. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these guys. But give me Emmanuel Sanders. I know that we know what the Saints want to do. They want to throw the ball. We know the connection with Emmanuel Sanders is there. Um, like I said, Scotty Miller is a very very good play. I mean,
Scotty.
Scotty, but yeah, give me Emmanuel Sanders. He's just more proven. Plus
All
he
right.
plus he has the touchdown upside. Like I don't see if I
That
don't see
game
where
is a
Scotty.
higher the game is a higher over under. It's in the I guess they want to call it, instead of the toilet bowl, they want to, or the Roomba, they want to call it the Death Star. So it should be a good game for
Yeah, that's a
getting
better
after.
name for it. They should call it the Death Star. That thing is sweet. Calling it the Roomba is a disservice to that
All
stadium.
right, so Justin Young says D Monty or Paris Campbell in a full PPR. I'm going Paris Campbell this week. Paris Campbell is in a prime spot to just unload here. I actually think the Giants' strength on defense is that defensive front, their line. It's not in the secondary. So I actually like them to be able to maybe stop the run a little bit more than people think. So yeah, give me Paris Campbell, especially in a PPR, full point PPR.
This one's close to me because I know we say that the Giants have a good D front, but man, Benny Snell ran all over him out of nowhere. So it gives me hope. But I think I'm gonna ride with the Paris Campbell. I know that he's gonna get 7 targets. David Monty's gonna get like 3 targets out of that backfield himself. Um, but that secondary again, I'll go. I would go with Paris Campbell, but I think this is a toss up. I really do.
Sam Sanchez says Mostert or Eckler full point PPR. Johnny, I think Mostert's the answer here, right? I
Yeah,
mean, we've got to be a little bit concerned about Eckler's use in the passing game, not getting a lot of targets last week. Tyrod Taylor not historically targeting the running back all that much, and then Raheem Mostert taking one to the house out of the backfield, and with all the injuries
I
to
think
San
that's the
Fran's
key, right?
receiving core, you're looking at a situation where it's like, I don't know. I'm going for Mostert there in that one.
All
All right, so
right.
we've got Zaxby's Liga on YouTube. Seriously, thanks everybody for joining. We got 9 watching on YouTube right now. Go ahead and hit us with those likes. If you're watching on Instagram, let us know your questions. Type them right in there. We've got this. But Johnny, this one's for you. Hines or Carson in a full point PPR? That's Zaxby's Liga. You got Naheem Hines going up against the Vikings. Chris Carson going up against the Pats on Sunday Night Football. Where are you leaning here?
I'm gonna go Chris Carson here. I listen. I Naheem Hines is a great pickup. If you got him, if you stashed him before the game, great job. But I'm not getting too cute here. Like Chris Carson is going to get volume, even in a PPR. That's where he's actually getting the most volume. Ironically enough, right now is through the pass catching. And then you look at this week. I think that they're going to get Jonathan Taylor more along, more in on the goal line, especially seeing that he can pass catch pretty well as well. So I think that Chris Carson, though, is still the goal line guy for Seattle. And so give me Chris Carson.
I like that call. Walker Base. Walker, I hope you got your jersey, buddy. Jersey over in the
Yeah.
mock draft marathon. We got that jersey out to him, right, Johnny?
Yeah, we did.
Put you on the spot there. You mailed that thing, right?
Yeah, you mailed it, right? Yeah,
Walk, Walker says Gronk or Jonu. I'm going Jonu here. I don't think I can trust Gronk here. With AJ Brown out, you should actually see some increased targets for Jonu Smith in this against Jacksonville. Give me Jonu Smith. All right, getting some love on the shirt. Love that. Justin Young says, need two here, guys. Marvin Jones, Emmanuel Sanders, D. Monty, Mike Williams, Robbie Anderson, Anthony Miller. Full point PPR. He needs to start two. I might go.
I'm going Anthony Miller and
Really?
Emmanuel Sanders.
That's your two in full point PPR. Not concerned with Anthony Miller's lack of usage last week at all.
He is a very, very talented wide receiver. He plays the vast majority in the slot. I think they want to get him more involved. I would go. I think that and the secondary that he's going up against today. Nothing, like you said, the Giants aren't really known for their secondary. They not that, especially their slot corner. So I like that one. I'm just a big fan of Emmanuel Sanders on this one.
I do like Sanders. I'd probably go Sanders and Mike Williams. I like that if the Chargers want to try and do anything against KC, they're going to do it through Mike Williams, and I think he's going to get some work this week. I'd go with Mike Williams and his upside there. All right, Miles
yeah. Give me Mike. You're right. Give me Mike Williams. That is a higher over under as well. So give me Emmanuel Sanders and Mike Williams.
On the Mike Williams take, Miles says Juju or Mike Williams. Let's not get cute here. I'd take Juju here, especially with Ben back. He's been, two wide open touchdowns last week. You got to go with.
Love it. All right, over
Sam
here.
Sanchez says thanks for all you guys do. You appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate you saying that. We're here for you, brother.
Appreciate that. All right, James Blier 20, James Robinson or Cortland Sutton. So Cortland Sutton is playing. He's gonna give it a go, but the reports are not good. That he is very, very badly injured. But he is gonna give it a go. But James Robinson surprised, probably the entire fantasy community last week in getting all of those carries in that backfield. So, Travis, which one would you roll with this week? Cortland Sutton or James Robinson?
And I'd probably go Cortland Sutton here. I know the volume is there for James Robinson, but Tennessee is I think they're gonna get it together here on defense against Jacksonville. It's a low over under. Not a lot of points for Jacksonville to score here per Vegas. They'll be down in the game, so they'll probably be throwing a lot more. I'm gonna take the upside of Cortland Sutton. And if there was any way to attack Pittsburgh last week, New York did it through the air. They could not run on them, and they actually got Slayton free for a couple scores there. So I like Sutton here. I know it's a little risky, but I think the upside is worth it.
All right, and then Jay Vasquez on Instagram. Thank you for joining. Raheem Mostert or Miles Sanders PPR?
I think you got to start Sanders. If you drafted him where you drafted him, you've got to roll with him in there. I know Mostert's in a – here's the thing, though, about the Jets. They can stop the run. Like, they actually can do that on defense. So
their defense is actually pretty deep. Like, their defense wasn't too bad.
The defensive front is very good. So I would lean on Sanders here. That one. So on YouTube, Tyler Gardner says Will Fuller or Terry McLaurin PPR, Johnny.
I'm gonna go Will Fuller on this one.
All right. Like the upside a lot more there. Terry McLaurin facing Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, I just think that
Will Fuller is going to face a team that just kind of shut down OBJ.
I know, but I think that I think that Houston's offense is better and will be better against Baltimore than Cleveland's. I think Cleveland just kind of ran into like a train wreck. They weren't really confident in what they were doing there. I think it's a better game between Houston and I just think that you're giving me the number. I just think that Terry McLaurin's going to have a long day. And
that's all I got to say about
that. I got to say about
that. All right. I love it. Let's see. Walker saying he got the jersey. Appreciates that. We'll appreciate you, brother. Zaxby's Liga says Paris or Melvin. I'm
going Melvin. I'm going Melvin on
man.
this.
I disagree with that. Look, we just watched Do you think Saquon Barkley is better than Melvin Gordon?
I do.
All right. So we just watched the Pittsburgh Steelers
But hold on.
shut down Saquon Barkley, who got volume in that game,
I know, but
and they shut him down. And Paris Campbell is going up against a secondary in the Vikings that just gave up 4 touchdowns, including almost 2 touchdowns to MVS. Okay, they gave up a ton of yardage in the slot. I think you smash the Colts this week against the Vikings, and you avoid playing your players against the Pittsburgh defense if you can help it. And I think this is a situation
who
where you can
has a
help it.
better
So,
offensive line, the Broncos or the Giants? Now,
I don't know if it's that
also,
close.
who are you gonna?
I think
Who are you more? You're
I
more
don't.
afraid of
I think it's gonna.
Saquon. You're more afraid of the whole game plan for Pittsburgh was
I
let's
can
let's.
guarantee you Pittsburgh's going to be like, "Hey, Drew Lock, try and beat us." I can guarantee you that's what they're going to do. And it's the same thing they did to Daniel Jones. It doesn't feel good. I just have a feeling it does not feel
All right,
good.
then.
Start your running backs against Pittsburgh.
Uh,
But we're split on that. Hopefully, we gave you some perspective there. Zaxby's,
we got
figure it out.
we got
Gabe,
Ricky.
oh, go for it.
Ricky.
Ricky, just say
So too.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. Goff or Stafford? I'm gonna go Stafford.
The Rams play the Eagles. Yeah, I'd probably go. Man,
I
Stafford
mean,
scares me, but yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins had a decent day in garbage time against the Packers. I could see a situation like that happening again.
and
Stafford in there.
here's the other thing is like I rewatched that the Bears Lions game. They throw so much. Like the Lions were throwing, and they were up and they were still throwing a ton in that game. So I just think Stafford is going to get a lot of volume because I don't think they'll be winning that game. All right,
We got 15, only 7 likes, guys. Those are rookie numbers. You got to get those likes up. Let's do this. Come on, pump those likes up. We appreciate that. Gabe C says who to flex: Gage, Latavius Murray, Tariq Cohen, or Devontae Parker. Half point PPR. Parker going to give it a go, John?
Yeah, they are saying he's going to give it a go, but I'm not starting him against
I would
that
not.
Buffalo secondary.
Davius White is probably who he'll get.
Yeah.
Don't want to go with that. So it's a half PPR. I'm probably going. Oh, I'm probably going Gage here. I think you ride the idea that the Atlanta's in another shootout,
Yeah.
and you start Russell Gage again, and you hope you can cash in on maybe 9 catches again.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'll be sustainable, but that's probably where I'm going there. Just because Latavius Murray, look, I think people need to keep him on their roster and keep an eye on his usage in this week, but I can't guarantee he's going to get 15 carries again. Now, I would think he would because I think they're going to try and play a more conservative style, but I'm a little worried of starting him right off the bat. So I do think he has a role going forward.
Yeah.
Art Stay Chillin' says, "What's up? What's up, Art? Should I start Michael Gallup or Robert Woods, Johnny?"
I would Robert Woods.
Yeah. All right, one more wide receiver question for you. TS says Deontay Johnson or CeeDee Lamb PPR.
I'm going Deontay Johnson in a PPR. I love CeeDee Lamb. I think he has a good game, but Deontay Johnson saw 10 targets last week, and
Ian.
What?
Ian.
Oh, Tien. I was like, I thought you said Ian. I was like, Ian what? No, but he saw 10 targets last week, and he had an underperforming. I would go and try to buy Deontay Johnson right now if you can. You have an hour and 15 minutes before kickoffs. Go try to buy Deontay Johnson low right now because he didn't have a good week 1, and he got a ton of targets. And he's looking to play that Antonio Brown, position in a Big Ben-led offense. You want that. So I would go get him. All right. I had one here. Double or nothing. Jimmy G, Rivers, or Goff. Ooh, I'm going
Rivers.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Rivers here as well.
I think I like the matchup. I mean, I've been talking about it, I think, with every question, but I love the matchup. It's a 48-point over-under. It's in the Dome in Indy. Okay, you're going to have T.Y. Hilton back on that artificial grass, which we love to see. His splits are a lot better there. The Colts are only favored by 3. You have a situation where this is supposed to be a high-scoring game, a back and forth. Rivers is going to have to keep playing that ball around. I love it. I think that over gets hit, and I think you like Rivers to throw a couple touchdowns in there. When he's thrown to all those guys, Johnny, with 4.4 speed, I mean, Naheem Hines has 4.4 speed. You got Paris Campbell, T.Y. Hilton, all these
Yeah,
guys
he's
just
got a
super
lot of
fast.
playmakers.
Hey, we're gonna see Mo Alley Cox today as a starter.
Oh,
That's
that's a
gonna be
great.
fun. So
Hey, that's a great. If you got hit with the George Kittle, I think Mo Alley Cox is a really good sleeper pick. The dude
Jack
is a
Will out.
the dude is massive. And he has a lot of upside. And I'm kind of surprised they didn't kind of lean towards him earlier because his upside is really big. All right, we had a couple of other questions here, Travis, in Instagram. Omi Omni8X, thoughts on about Cortland Sutton. We had talked about this a little bit earlier. If you just joined us, we're gonna give if you have him and you have a better option, of course, like a healthier option, I would go with the healthier option. But if you're battling between like a wide receiver 4 or an RB3 fringe kind of flex I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton because the upside is with Cortland a lot higher. That's where I'm going. But if I have a better option on my bench, then I am going with the better option or relatively close
Johnny
option.
Johnny Fame Tiger says I have Cup, Shark, Edelman, and Emmanuel Sanders. I can start two. Got James Robinson and Marquise Brown competing with one of those wide receivers. Who do I start? So Cup, Shark, Edelman, and Sanders. I can start two. I think you're starting Shark.
I would
You're starting DJ Shark
I
and
would do
Edelman,
Chark
I'm
and
thinking.
well, Edelman's a little
Or
bit
you're
banged up coming into this game. I would probably go
going to go with
Chark,
Sanders?
Chark and Sanders. Yeah. Um,
All right, Shark and Sanders. Keep Marquise Brown, Robinson in.
Because here's
Okay.
the other thing too, with Emmanuel Sanders, or sorry, with Julian Edelman, is that the upside with Julian Edelman is now gone without Tom Brady because what Cam Newton generally does, they're going to be running a lot more than they did last year, as well as when they're passing, it's going to be a lot more short and intermediate passes, and so that kind of limits Edelman's upside in my eyes.
All right, so we're getting asked here by Justin Young, Titans D or Bears D. I think I'm leaning Titans D. The over under is
The, yeah, and they're against the Jets who have no weapons. I would probably go Bears
no.
actually.
Bears are playing the Giants.
Oh yeah. Um,
I'm actually going to go with the Titans defense against Jacksonville. I know that tags are high right now, but Tennessee actually owns Jacksonville. Jacob Waite.
loading. We'll get Big Travie back here on Instagram in just a
All right.
second.
Unreal, dude.
Unreal. This is what we deal with, but it's okay. You want me to read you a question?
Brady.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Brady or Goff. So it says Brady or Goff. Godwin out. Carolina has poor run defense, while the Eagles have poor pass defense. I'm going Brady. I think that Brady's trying to come out and make a statement.
Especially after the bad game he had last week, I think that he's going to come out and have a good week.
Bob Crowley, Bears D or Vikings. Bears D all day. The Vikings are about to get shredded by Indy. Yeah, and I wouldn't have the Vikings anywhere near. I wouldn't even pay any kind of wop from let alone.
Should let's see. Ali says, should I drop Hurst for Herndon? I wouldn't. I want to give.
I like Hurst. I actually like Hurst's matchup here this week. I would actually roll him out there.
I agree.
Ali Dashti says, I've got Mike Williams, T.Y., Allen Robinson with Will Fuller, Slayton, and Gurley. I can start two wide receivers and one flex. Who should I choose? Half point. Start three out of those. Johnny, two wide receivers. Mike Williams, T.Y., Allen Robinson, Will Fuller, and Slayton. And I'm actually going to go T.Y., Allen Robinson, and Fuller here. I think that's who you start. I know Fuller's in the tough matchup. You slide him into your flex. Ty in that great matchup against Minnesota, and then Allen Robinson getting the volume of one and is an alpha wide receiver. Got to roll. Should I? Oh,
Here, I'm gonna.
somehow.
Oh, I was gonna ask a couple here we got on Instagram. Real quick. I'll just do a
Yeah, go for
boom, boom, boom on you, Travis. All right. Darius Slayton or Emmanuel Sanders PPR?
Wait, what was it? Daniel Sanders and who?
Darius Slayton.
I'd go. I like the upside.
I think I would go Emmanuel on that. I'm really high on Emmanuel today, with no Michael Thomas, but I don't
it's not
think
today. It's Monday.
or
But yes,
Monday, but
I get.
yeah. But I do think I agree. Miles Sanders has great upside. Do you start Raheem Mantiteo Rex? Do I start Raheem Mostert or James Robinson in the first? You go with Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah.
I love that that's Matt, and you called him Mantiteo
Well,
Rex.
it just kept going down. So,
Oh,
Trust
it's
Connor.
so great.
Last one over here on Instagram by JJ Zilva. Trust Connor today. Have him as my flex. I have Ingram as an option flex. No PPR.
Oh,
I would go Ingram.
I would put Ingram. Yeah, I just can't trust James Conner this week. What's going on there? I have no idea what. I love James Conner, but
I don't know if he's hurt, if he's faking he's hurt, if they're trying to showcase Benny Snell. I have no idea what's going on in Pittsburgh for the first time in our lives.
Jimmy Navarro says, "Is Kenny G active? Do I play him or Naheem Hines?" Kenny G will not play this week. They're talking about maybe next week. Got rolling with Naheem Hines. That's a great backfill to have there. Fernando Garcia. For flex full PPR, Ingram, White, Anthony Miller, Scotty Miller, or Higbee.
I would go Ingram in my flex.
All right, Max Hunt says Scotty Miller or John Brown PPR. I'm going Scotty Miller here. I think Scotty Miller amount of targets.
Yeah, I would go Scotty Miller as well.
My balls, Zach Ertz. Would it be crazy? Sorry. Would it be crazy to sit Tyreek Hill versus Chargers secondary for Amari Cooper versus the Falcons? I actually don't think that's too crazy. I might be a little crazy there, but we have not seen Tyreek Hill have that monster game, which might mean you need to put him in there because he's due for that big one.
That's the thing. I was kind of like looking at that yesterday, and I need to go back and look at the data. But I'm fairly certain there's at least 4 weeks a year where Tyreek Hill explodes for his massive days. But on the contrary, and so does Amari Cooper for that same thing. I would actually, I think I would go Amari Cooper in this. I love this matchup against Atlanta. I think he is going to have a monster game.
Fernando Garcia says for flex, full PPR. Oh, no, we already asked that. Somebody says, whoa, Johnny not hating on Hurst today.
This is his one opportunity. If he, hey, I'll just tell you right now, Sonny, if he messes this up, he's going on the game time sucking list. I'll just put it there. He will go on the game time sucking list if he does not perform today. He has a great matchup.
Law Dog Jr. says start James Conner or Devin Singletary. I think this is actually a great question because this is about the range you're going to look at to probably put in ahead of Johnny. Are you taking Devin Singletary in the timeshare or James Conner back?
I'm going with Devin Singletary against Miami. I love that matchup, and I think that listen, Devin Singletary played well last week. He did not get the touchdowns. That upside is very, very limited. But I also think that even with that limited upside, I think it's a safer play than James Conner because I will tell you, everywhere I have James Conner, I am sitting him on my bench until I know exactly what's going on in that situation. Because
I love it. Somebody says LMAO, the game time suck list.
Yep.
He also says, I'm starting Conner today. Pray for me, boys. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers.
All right. Michael Sewell says wide receiver 2 and flex, half PPR. I just have to say something. Whisper Nation doing a great job of being clear about what they've got going on, giving us what points system they're using.
Yeah, I love
giving us those teams. I love it. It's very clear and concise. So it up, guys.
If you guys
15 watching, only 10 likes.
Eh
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Get that like button in there. You know, if you're around and you can pull it up on YouTube. So yeah, wide receiver flex, half point PPR, Terry McLaurin, Malcolm Brown, Cam Akers, Naheem Hines, Keenan Allen, TJ Shark, Robbie Anderson, Cortland Sutton. This team has got a lot of weapons. Johnny, I think wide receiver 2 and flex. I am going to go Naheem Hines, TJ Shark out of that group.
Michael, I'm gonna tell you this, my brother. You gotta condense some of this and make a trade to get some better. Like I would trade some of this right now and go after Michael Thomas because the Michael Thomas owner right now in your league is probably freaking out, and you've got so much depth here that you could really upgrade, and then you wouldn't have all these like free. This is good job on drafting, by the way. I would go with which two did you go with, Travis?
I said Naheem Hines and DJ Shark.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to go on this.
All right, Anthony G says Keenan Allen, Mark Ingram, or T.Y. Hilton as his flex for a full point R. I'm gonna go.
Mark
I'm gonna
Ingram.
go T.Y. Hilton.
I'm going Mark Ingram because that's the weakness in Houston's defense is the run game. So I think that they'll be running a lot.
My problem is in a full point PPR, Johnny. I just don't know if Ingram's going to
They
get the
full or
passing
half.
This full. So that's why I'm leaning T.Y. Hilton. I think in that full point PPR, that's what let's see. Bob Crowley says I have Evans, Hilton, Campbell, CeeDee Lamb, Parker, and Anthony Miller. Pick 3 PPR if that matters. It definitely matters. Thank you, Bob. Go T.Y. Hilton. Mike Evans, of course. I'd probably go Anthony Miller as my third. Close. Kind of like
Yeah,
CD setup here.
I'm gonna go. We'll go to the next one.
Should I trade McCaffrey and Godwin for Cook and D Hop, Johnny?
No, I would not do that.
Right, that's Zahir M. Thanks for the question here. Underscore says for the flex, Robbie Anderson, Russell Gage, or Antonio Gibson. Traquan Smith is still available as well. So Johnny, help Suf out. He's got a dilemma in his flex.
Is this PPR? Because I would with the Antonio Gibson. Here's where my thought process is on today.
Make us crack open your brain a little bit.
Exactly. So he had 11 carries last week. I think that they'll be trailing in this game, and I think they'll need to come from behind. And so I think we could see another 11 to 15 touches for Antonio Gibson. Now, does he get in on the goal line work? I think he would if given the first crack at it. I don't think that they would pit and Peyton Barber immediately because I think that they want to bring this guy up. I think they're just kind of bring him along a little slower. And so that's where my thought process is there. I think he's going to get about 11 to 15 touches. And so it's what can he do with those 11 to 15 touches against the...
Oh, he's going to break out.
And I think that being and seeing what we saw last week against the 49ers, that there is some susceptibility to these running backs with the moving pieces that the Cardinals have. And, you know, their defense is still coming together. And so I would go with Antonio Gibson because I just think that there is tremendous upside because he can break a long run and that makes your entire day. But I think his floor is still relatively safe compared to these other guys because, like I said, he's going to be getting 11 to 15 touches today. And I think that even if he's going 3 yards per carry or 3 yards per touch, you're looking at about 45 yards. So that's about a 5-point baseline if you're in standard. 8-point baseline if you're in a PPR, which I think is pretty solid.
Michael Baumgardner says Corey Davis or T.Y. Hilton this week, full point PPR. I am going T.Y. Hilton. Again, I think this is a great matchup for the Colts against that secondary. I think you're going to be able to target Minnesota's secondary all year long. When you have these matchups, you want to go after them, and I think T.Y. Hilton he saw a good amount of targets. I know Paris Campbell got targets too. So did T.Y. Hilton in that game against the Jags. He's going to see more targets again today. I love that matchup. Corey Davis, I just feel like is a trap. I think it's a trap, and I think we're going to get trapped again.
Yeah.
We have Team 12S says, do the Jets have a chance to beat the 49ers? I am a Seahawks fan, and I want the Jets to lose.
I'm a Cardinals fan, and I really hope that the 49ers lose. This would be great, but I would give this about the same odds as Adam Gase getting fired after this game, which it would be 0 because apparently
they love him.
The Jets just love him, and I really don't see. It would take a miracle with the Jets basically entire wide receiver core out this week against the 49ers. The defense that is banged up, I understand that, but I just think even a 49ers team at 40% can beat Jets team 100%.
Static Pros, Breeze or Wilson for QB this week. This one you have to have Wilson in your lineup no matter what. Like you got to be on Russell Wilson being the man no matter what. This guy has really QB1 upside, especially if they're going to continue to let him cook. Mike Boot says, I have David Johnson, Chris Carson, Aaron Jones, and Blair. Which 3 can you start? Elaire is a locked in no matter what. And then I would actually go with David Johnson and Aaron Jones here. I'm a little bit concerned about Chris Carson's workload after that first week. I like Aaron Jones in this spot where the Packers are favored. And I really like David Johnson as the focal point of the offense. I would actually roll.
All right. Do you want to do some rapid fire here? We got a lot.
Over there on Instagram.
Yeah, we got a lot going. Well, I gotta
do it.
Kyler Murray or Big Ben? He's going up against. He's going against Lamar Jackson. So I would probably go Kyler.
Yeah, even without that, I think Kyler Murray's got that rushing upside that Ben does not have, and so always he can have a week where he wins you the
PPR league. I have Watson, Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Fuller, Sutton, Pats D, Gronk, Brown. Okay, so I don't know.
Just letting us know his team.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid team.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. DJ O'Toole wants to know if you're drinking out of Das Boot, dude.
Oh yeah, well, the Paul Honor Munchin.
Oh,
I wish there were beers in here. Maybe in a couple hours.
And then let's see. I think we have one more here. Jimmy, John and her son, Jimmy G, Phillip Rivers, or Christian Kirk. Or sorry, not Christian. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. My bad.
I would go with Phillip Rivers here. I still think Phillip Rivers is the answer. I think he's one of the streams of the. If you guys don't believe me, I'm in an ESPN league. Yeah, I'm in an ESPN league. I'm starting Phillip Rivers with confidence this week over Carson Wentz. So I'm really rolling with Phillip Rivers.
All right.
Got Mike Boot. Oh no, Mike Boot says yellow. He was trying to get us to answer that same question. Hello, how you doing? I have Sanders on my IR spot still. I need to drop either Gesicki. I have Dallas Goedert starting, or Jerry Jeudy, or Jalen Reagor, or Josh Kelly in scoring. I would drop the tight end. I would drop Gesicki here because you got some upside in those other skills. Got Goddard in. You're pretty good for right now. Patel Neha says James Conner or Malcolm Brown PPR. You got to keep rolling Malcolm Brown here. I think obviously it could change any given week, but James Conner cannot be trusted right now. So I would roll with Malcolm Brown. He also asked Johnny Ertz or Goddard. I think the Eagles are asking themselves the same
right.
thing.
I would go with Goddard here. Actually,
yeah, I think so. Touchdown upside's there. And it's really fair.
And Goddard has the deeper target, average depth of target than Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is much more around the goal line, or not goal line, but much around the line of scrimmage. He's working around there, and so his upside is very, very much capped.
So No Name says, or I drop my starting Bears defense. I have the Saints defense stash. Yeah, drop the Bears defense. Don't even drop Gesicki.
Yeah, I
That
would
was
do
a
that. Yeah,
upset. Yeah.
because here's the thing with Jaceki, he's going to struggle for these. Their first couple weeks are really, really brutal. But then it opens up a little bit, and like we've talked about on the show before, he is running he's a slot wide receiver. So if you're telling me I'm able to put a slot wide receiver in my tight end position, that's going to be valuable.
All right, we're getting it's popping off here. 20 watching in the chat. Let's get 4 more likes. Got 6 likes, please, guys.
If
Help
you're
us
new to
out
our
here.
channel, hit that sub. We're trying to build our community up here. Hit that sub, hit that bell so you get notified anytime we go live on any day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know.
Kartik Krishna Vasudevan. You think that was good?
Hey, that
I think
sounded
that
pretty
was all
good.
right.
That sounded pretty good.
Deontay Johnson or Singletary. I'm gonna go Deontay Johnson. Half point PPR. This is probably not really close to me. Deontay Johnson got 10 targets last week. He had a bad game to start, but he really started to settle into a groove with Big Ben. I like them to smash the Broncos. Aline O, Josh Allen or Russell Wilson. That's also not close for me. I love Josh Allen.
And
for
he has a
fantasy. I
good
think
matchup. He's got a great matchup, but
Russell Wilson, I mean, this is once again talking about QB1 overall up. So we've got Tyreek Hill or Juju PPR.
I'm still gonna go with Tyreek Hill. I'm not gonna get too cute on it. Like,
Okay,
it's still you're going Tyreek.
love it. Steph says Paris Campbell, Anthony Miller PPR. Paris Campbell, man, I love the matchup for. He was played like 90% of his snaps in the slot. He's killing it over. I think he's gonna really be that Keenan Allen for Phillip Rivers, only better because he can be faster. He is faster, so I like that. Seth, Big Ben, or Kyler?
I would go.
We asked that one already. Kyler Murray. Dada. Would you start Mike Evans or John Brown, Johnny? Mike Evans, right?
Yeah, Mike Evans. You don't want to get too cute.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah, yeah. We got a question here, and we got is Malcolm. So Johnny Fitz 1127. What's up, buddy? Joining us on Instagram. Is Malcolm Brown for real? Here's the thing. Malcolm Brown looked good last week. I'm not convinced they want him to be the guy. I'm more convinced that they want to get Cam Akers involved in this offense. They want him to be the guy. But as long as Malcolm Brown is looking like he did last week, it's going to be hard to get him off the field. So I think it's a wait and see for me. But season long, I'm not super confident that Malcolm Brown will be the guy season long. But I could certainly be wrong for sure. Travis, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with most of what you said there. I don't think I have too much to add. I think I like what.
Well, I got
Emery S. Says McLaurin or Diggs half PPR. He also has Wentz or Tannehill. I think with Miles Sanders back, I would lean Wentz here. I think he's got some more upside than we thought with Sanders back. To answer the wide receiver question, half point PPR, I'm firing up McLaurin here. I know Diggs has the nice matchup, but actually Miami's strength is in their secondary. It's not on the front side, so I would actually roll with McLaurin. I know he's going up against Patrick Peterson, but I think he's got big play upside, especially as they try to come back in that game. He could get.
Would you go Scotty? I got here Justin Fitz 27, Sammy Watkins, or Scotty Miller PPR.
I'm probably gonna go Sammy just because I don't mean the players are gross. It's gross for me to want to pick Sammy here because I know the volume he got last week. I just feel like the trap door is there.
Such
but
a trap. It's such a trap.
I'm gonna roll with Sammy one more week.
I'm going with Scotty, man. Give me Scotty.
Right, somewhere right now, Summy is shaking his head at me for picking Sammy.
Kyler or Josh
Corey,
Allen or Craybon 14. Kyler Murray or Josh Allen. Sorry, Travis.
oh man, I think you got to roll Josh Allen here.
Against
You like Kyler's
my,
upside.
I
I just think that he smashes it.
I do too.
And I think Kyler's going to rise above this week and do fine. Kyler's going to face that really tough defensive line this week. I think that could really, give him some headaches. I would roll with Josh Allen.
I would I would go there unless if you're in a bonus league though, if you're in like one of those
trade one of those quarterbacks. Turn around and trade Josh Allen after this week though.
Yeah.
And keep Kyler
That's
season long. But I like what.
That's great.
Right. Ramad says Corey Davis, Scott Miller, Danny Amendola, or Sims PPR flex. Pick one. I'd probably go Scotty Miller here. Yeah, I think I would. Blake T37, Johnny says Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Deshaun Watson. Should I pick up Rodgers?
Rodgers?
Play Russell Wilson here and figure out a way to trade some of those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Manuel Gomez says Malcolm Brown, Anthony Miller, Benny Snell, Johnny.
Sorry, repeat those three names.
Malcolm Brown, Anthony Miller, or Benny Snell. I think it might be Malcolm Brown.
Yeah, I'm going Malcolm Brown there.
Cooper Kupp or Paris Campbell. I thought Kupp was getting good usage, but just not very involved. I'm going to lean Paris Campbell. Maybe I'm too high on Paris Campbell. I'm invested in it, but I really like the matchup, and I like his usage, and once again, I like his usage in the slot.
I'm going to go Cooper Kupp on this one. I'm not going to. Once again, I do love the Paris Campbell. Why I like that, but I do want to also see a little bit more. I think Cooper Kupp. I would go that way.
Fair enough. Pick 3, Cortland, Sutton, T.Y. Hilton, Gallup, Melvin Gordon, Johnny. This is Christopher Hannon saying pick 3, Sutton, T.Y. Hilton, Gallup, or Melvin
Gordon. I know yesterday on the thing I did say Melvin Gordon to play Melvin Gordon over Sutton. But now that Sutton's active, I think I would roll with the 3 wide receivers. I think I would go Sutton, T.Y., and Gallup now.
All right. We've got Michael Bell. How do you feel about trading Naheem Hines and Robbie Anderson for
Smash
Michael
this.
Thomas?
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now. If you get Michael Thomas, you need to get it. Mike Smith says Antonio Gibson or Fournette. I like Gibson's upside. Fournette, you don't really know the bet on it, but I don't.
I think we're still like about 2 weeks out, Travis, from Leonard Fournette being,
if ever.
I think it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. But
Maybe.
So I would give Antonio Gibson.
Might not happen though.
It's
Aileen
going
O
to
says Josh Allen or Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Kyler or Josh Allen. Josh Allen. Nailed the name.
Hey.
Just got a sub for nailing the name.
Appreciate that. We thought about
it long and hard. I'm not even going to try it again. I don't want to try it again because I don't want to botch it and remove the sub. This Aileen O says Donald Trump or Joe Biden.
That is awesome.
PPR. That is a great question, but we cannot speak on that because I really don't know.
Yeah.
Gibson, Corey Davis, or Gage PPR. I'm gonna go with maybe Gibson. I think Gibson or Gage really that for me. What do you think, Johnny?
I'm gonna go actually Corey Davis on this one.
All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
The
reason why is because he's going to be the number one. Gage is the third, maybe the fourth option there if we do get Hurst involved in that passing game, and then Gibson. Once again, his he does have a lot of upside for sure. And it would be more so between Corey Davis and Gibson for me. But if this is a PPR, I think that Corey Davis will get more catches than Gibson. So this one's close.
Trey S says, "Morning, gents. Morning, Trey. How's it going? Two questions. Full PPR. Melvin Gordon against a stout defense. James White failing at being the next CMC. I am going to go with Robinson. I think the volume you can protect a little bit better here. I believe this is a James White game. So if you're James White GM, you've got James White on your roster. Watch this game intently. You want to see the use of the game going up against the Seahawks, but you can't really start him here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would go with Melvin Gordon. I'm sorry. What did I say? So James White, keep him benched and go with Melvin Gordon, because Melvin Gordon will get the passing game. But like the work that you want James White to see, Melvin Gordon's going to get against Pittsburgh. And then Big Ben or Wentz. I'm going with Big Ben. I think Big Ben this week is a good one. I like Wentz's upside with Sanders back, but that line does give me pause. Seth Schoner says Dalvin Cook or Gordon. Dalvin Cook, baby.
Yeah,
Cook should not be
Dalvin.
removed from your lineup ever. Daniel West, Johnny, start 2. Adrian Peterson, Robbie Anderson, James White. Full.
Oh man. I think I'm gonna go. Adrian Peterson should be more involved today, but I just don't think that they are going to be in this game. They're going to be
I think
throwing
Peterson's right call. I think it's
in a full.
Probably Peterson and Anderson, right?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Until we know more about James White, I just don't. Yeah, I think it is. You're right.
All right, so James Conner, Naheem Hines, and Marvin Jones, full point PPR. Guessing you got to start one of these. And Hunt. Okay. Conner, Hines, or Marvin Jones, full PPR. I'm going Naheem Hines here. That's the right call. He also asked Johnny Hunter, Henry, or Dallas Goedert. Pretty tough. Probably go Hunter.
Hunter Henry or Dallas Goedert. I would go. This one's interesting. Is it a PPR? Is it a PPR? Or... I think, yeah. I think if it's I think Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry is, yeah. I would go Hunter.
Prius says, "Hello, standard league flex spot. Keenan Allen, Corey Davis, or AP, Johnny."
Flex spot. I'm gonna go Adrian Peterson if this is a standard league. Yeah.
All right, we've got Fabres 788 says Shark or Hollywood at the flex PPR. I'm gonna roll with Hollywood Brown this week.
I love the
smash spot against Houston.
I do think that Hollywood Brown is.
I think this is a great opportunity. Marquise Brown in your XX True Polar Bears XX, Evan Ingram, or Hayden Hurst.
For what it's worth, I will say for what it's worth, we do have, or I do personally have. They're very, very close with the Marquise Brown and DJ Chark. I just have them 4 spots apart, so I do have DJ Chark slightly higher in my own rankings, but like you said, the upside, like Travis has talked about, is tremendous with Marquise Brown. So
tremendo for new fettuccine. All right, the Cat's Pajamas.
What up, buddy?
PPR Flex. What up, Cat's Pajamas? Best name in the game. PPR Flex says Connor, MVS, Rieger, or OJ Howard.
Me MVS.
Yeah, I do like. John L says 1 PPR. Deontay Johnson, Paris Campbell, or Scotty Miller. Going with Deontay Johnson here. 10 targets last week. Should be able to cash in on Denver secondary, nothing to write home about. Definitely not the strength. Jay Hawley, 203. Anderson, Gage, or Dobbins.
I'm going Dobbins.
But I liked Dobbins' usage last week, but I could see switching every week. But I guess those guys that he's going up against here, Gage and Anderson, are. Yeah, give me Dobbins there. I think. Jonu Smith, Logan Thomas, or Noah Fant full star.
Noah. Give me Noah.
I'll play for Noah's upside. I actually kind of like Logan Thomas a little more in full.
The tight end position isn't as susceptible for the Arizona Cardinals as it was last year. George Kittle last week didn't have a great week.
Yeah, he got hurt though.
He was sure, but
did get hurt.
It's going to be Noah Fant. Going to be the guy you're going to want.
Like playing for that upside.
Hey, just get on the breakout already. Just get on the breakout. Noah Fant is the breakout tight end. Let's get on it.
I hyped it up all off season, man. I talked about it. He had one of the best tight end rookie seasons ever.
And last week he dominated in a half of football.
Yeah. I have him on my team. Playing him this week.
Scotty Miller or Terry McLaurin. Give me Terry McLaurin.
I agree with that. Jaws Whedon says Moss at Miami. Snell versus Denver.
Moss.
I'm going Zach Moss here. Yeah, Snell, we don't know what the usage will be like with Connor in the game. And Moss, we know that they like to use red zone at least.
Snell could be smelly today.
Never know. All right. JR Scoop says Cup, Gallup, Ridley, Campbell, Devontae Parker. Pick 3, full point PPR, Johnny.
On Cup, Ridley. I'm actually gonna go Cup, Ridley, and Gallup on this. I once again, Campbell, very, very. I love that matchup.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. That's good. At least Gallup, you have a track record with Dak. He was one phantom call away. Sutton or Scott Miller or MVS, pick 1, says. I'm gonna probably roll Sutton here. I like MVS's upside for sure, but I think Sutton actually back and ready to play. I think the upside is there. Such a beat.
Yeah, he's really
so good. PPR flex: Scotty Miller, John Brown, or Julian Edelman.
Fire up Scotty, baby.
You're all in on Scotty, huh?
I think he's gonna.
I'm actually gonna say Julian Edelman here. I like the usage Julian Edelman had with Cam last week. I also like this game against Seahawks is going to be one where the Patriots are going to have to get the ball moving against Seattle to keep up. So I actually like Edelman.
What do you think about wide receiver Ayuk today by Johnny Fitz on Instagram?
I think that's a sneaky play. I think Ayuk back with all the wide receiver injury in San Fran with Kittle out. Ayuk could be that big body over the middle for this offense that they need. Although I don't know if Jets can stop the run, so Ayuk could get some work.
And we just have 2 more: Tom Brady or Cam Newton.
Give me
go Cam. I'm gonna go Cam. Newton. Yeah, and then Gallup or Juju. Going Juju.
I like. Car Rashanan says Goddard or Higbee. Car. I'm going with Goddard here.
Yeah.
Mark Prieto says PPR Hines, Malcolm Brown, or John Brown, James Conner.
I think I would go Hines.
I'll give it Malcolm Brown.
In a PPR?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll go with Naheem. Diego Ramirez, Peterson, Gibson, or Hines. I'm gonna go Hines in that match. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Adam Flynn, flex PPR, Tariq Cohen, or Corey Davis.
Give me Corey Davis.
Cat's Pajamas asks PPR flex, MVS, Lazard, or Corey Davis. I'm gonna go with Corey Davis here.
I know, right? Like my head and my heart was like MBS, but it was like,
The
oh,
volume it just should be there. So if it doesn't happen once and we get tricked by Corey, volume should be there with AJ Brown. Chase the opportunity. DJ Moore says pick two. DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett, Austin Eckler, our dual flex subbed. By the way, thank you for
oh,
the
appreciate that.
subscribe. We that one there. Pick two. DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett, Austin Eckler. I'm gonna go with Lockett and Eckler.
You're gonna go with Lockett against New England.
Yeah, I don't like Tampa's. I don't like Tampa's. I don't like Carolina's matchup against Tampa Bay here. They
Oh, because we went on for an hour.
over an hour.
All right,
Um,
let's share the IG video then.
yeah, I just don't like the matchup here for Carolina. We did see some splits there too with the wide receivers that gives me some pause. I know Eckler didn't get the passing game for, but this is the way you attack the Kansas City defenses round, and Eckler did get the running game. So that's why I would go with Eckler there, and then Lockett. I think if they can move him off of Stephon Gilmore, which they'll move him around the nations, Lockett could get free here.
I would
And I think I like Lockett.
I would go DJ Moore and Eckler here. I don't like the matchup for Lockett. I know that DJ Moore was a little bit disappointing in a standpoint last week, but he still did see 9 targets, and I think this would be a high over under for DJ Moore.
Yeah, it's a high over under with Tampa Bay favored by 8.5.
Yeah.
So they just do not. They don't see Carolina get. Diego Ramirez says Minshew or Matt Ryan. You got to roll Matt Ryan here. That's going to be out most. JR Scoop. Sorry, missed one. Cup, Campbell, Ridley, Monte Parker, Gallup, and Hollywood Brown. Pick 3. You're going Ridley on Hollywood Brown, in my opinion. And then I would go for Cup.
Yeah, I would agree. Half point PPR flex by Xavier
Hurt, yeah.
Hurt. Half point PPR, David Montgomery, TJ Hawkinson, or Brandon Ayuk. I think I'm going to go David Montgomery here.
Yeah, I think the expected volume. Jerry says standard, Ruggs or Perriman. I believe Ruggs is okay to go.
I would go with Ruggs.
Voltaic, your trash LUL. I have no idea. Should I start Rodgers or Watson? I'd actually roll with Rodgers here. Watson against Baltimore is scary. I think the rushing upside helps your floor, but I like Rodgers against.
Yeah.
Especially after what we saw last. Jonathan Taylor or Tyler Lockett at the flex? Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor should be in your lineup for, yeah.
Diego Ramirez, DJ Moore, or Scotty Miller.
DJ Moore. That's not even close. DJ Moore.
All right, Blue. Yep. Thanks for putting on this show, guys. Need help at flex. PPR, Melvin Gordon, Zach Moss, Cortland Sutton. Pittsburgh D really that good or just week 1 hype? Oh, it's not week 1 hype. It was all of last year with trash quarterback play. They are really good. You should avoid them if you can. But I don't know if Zach Moss.
I would go Zach Moss here. If it's because with Melvin Gordon, like we said, they're going up against a tough defense there. You got Cortland Sutton who is banged up, but if you have the position like this, I'm glad he asked this question because people could be in this position. You have a guy like Zach Moss who's got the touchdown upside. Already had a good game last week. I think that I'm going with Zach, and they're going against Miami, which what was their weakness last week was their running game. So I would go Zach Moss in that situation.
We're going to go some rapid fire here to get through these.
All right.
DK Metcalf or Cortland Sutton?
DK Metcalf. Oh, no. Cortland Sutton, actually. DK is against. I'm
going to help you out here. I'm going to go DK.
I would go DK.
Better with us playing. Dada, or whatever the heck his name is. Full point PPR, John Brown or Dallas Goedert as your flex. Give me Goddard here. What's going on over there? I think he's Sutton, Malcolm Brown, or James Robinson, Johnny.
Malcolm Brown.
Okay. Irvin Mendoza says, please help. Point two. He needs for these guys. Full point PPR. John Brown, Robbie Anderson, Allen, Terry.
Going Terry McLaurin and Robbie Anderson.
That sleepy refresh just Vaughn Diggs or Cup here.
Yep.
That Neymar says Matt Ryan or Russell Wilson. Jonu Smith or Hayden Hurst, Johnny.
Give me Jonu.
Young Alex says, who do I put in at wide receiver 2? Lockett or Edelman?
Lockett.
Give me Lockett. There. That's it for us, Whisper Nation. We will be back here again tomorrow morning for our reaction to the Week 1 news. Everybody, good luck. Hope you guys bring home those W's this week. That's Johnny Game Time Hicks. I'm Big Travie. We're the Fantasy Whisperers, and we're out.
Good luck today. Peace. Make sure you hit that subscribe and hit the bell.
Hit ya.